We had to abort recording there for a second. Sue was like, wait, I don't have any knitting. Abort!
It might not be a knitting podcast or anything. Hello.
Well, we all saw what happened last week when I had no knitting.
So, today is April 1st. I hope not many of you got fooled today.
I don't do pranks. So.
My son got fooled.
Oh.
His best childhood friend, he's like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Tyler waited a few minutes and he was like, yeah, April Fools. Yeah.
I don't like pranks. It's just an excuse to be mean to people.
Well, the day's not over, so, Anyway, I'm Sue.
You're married to him. You have to deal with him. I don't.
I'm Sue, also known as Craft Knitter 7. This is episode 199.
We missed that part at the beginning. Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins.
Oh!
We're just a little all over the place.
I haven't done this before.
So you can find us on Ravelry, Facebook.
I was going to say abort.
Twitter, Instagram. We all have Etsy shops.
Did I say who I was?
No. Our blog and YouTube. So I'm Lynn, also known as Toll Baby, and
Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. Had I not said it, maybe not.
We'll get there eventually.
So we will address the drama.
Yes, there was a little bit of drama last week.
For those of you who didn't see it, it's over.
It's over.
We're still friends. And life goes on.
And Lynn's going to start taking PMS medication.
Anyways, not our best week.
I had a really bad day last week, and when I got home, I found out that I was having PMS too. So,
icing on the
poor
cake.
Sue.
Anyways, all is good. We had dinner last night. So good.
Oh yes, it was so good.
I didn't get the leftovers.
Oh, I did.
The boy got the leftovers.
I ate my leftovers, and they were good.
So there's no pho, so we'll move on.
No food, no pho's and no Thai food left over.
No. So Lynn is going to show her whip first.
So I can start knitting.
Because she doesn't have any other knitting.
No, because I've been single-minded this week again. And which is not a bad thing, but it means that
so have I.
I'm a very boring podcaster. So hang on, I'll see which side we're attached to that side. So I'll give you that end. The Find Your Fade is getting bigger. This is where I was last week. There it is. That's where I was last week. I have now added in color 6. I'm very excited. I've been panicking because Melissa finished hers on
Espace Tricot.
Espace Tricot. I was watching 2 other podcasts where people also finished their Find Your Fades.
It's okay. Sam hasn't finished hers.
I know, and Sarah hasn't finished hers either. Sarah and I are pretty much neck and neck. We're like following each other.
Oh, so you got
all the way
competition going?
Well, I do because
you need it.
I want to keep up. But she's about here, and I really gave it a push this week.
Show your marker where you were.
Well, this is my marker. This is where I was.
Yeah.
I tried to make it like contrasty. Mm-hmm. So that's where I was, and I think it was Wednesday. My goal was to finish the garter part, and then it took me like a day to do the lace.
Is that because it's getting bigger? Or lack of knitting?
It was lack of knitting. I didn't have a lot of mojo last week, for obvious reasons.
You say that, and Selma felt the same way. And I talked to her yesterday, and she's like, I think it's back.
I think maybe when it's stormy and icky, and I don't know, I lost my mojo, and then I got it back. So I've now added color 6, and I'm very happy. So this is the Find Your Fade by Andrea Mowry, who is Drea Renee Knits. And it's getting really big. I love it. This is Cyborg's Craft Room Assparkilate in the Soulless colorway. This is Cattail Knits Brucey Sock Silver in the Stunning Sookie colorway. This is Lady Purl. I think it's just called Sock in the For Amy colorway. This is Bittersweet Woolery in the Harvest King colorway. This lovely orange that's the one, I forget the base. It is Knit Picks Hawthorn. No, it's not. I missed one. I forgot to add one to my show notes.
Oh, okay.
This one is Voolenvine Footsie base in the Beach Bum colorway. That's my fault. I messed up. And she even sent them to me to check over. And I was like, yep, it's all good. Nope. I messed up. So now color 6 is a very dark, but it's got pops of orange in it, which is why I chose it. Here,
There's 7 colors, right?
There are 7 colors. I have one more after this. So this is what I'm using now. You can see the pops of orange in there. And this is Knit Picks Hawthorn in the Lads Edition colorway. And this was a present from Andrea for my 40th birthday. So I'm continuing the trend of only having bought one of the yarns in this.
Cool.
And this was from Crystal. This was a D-stash. My last one is a D-stash from Crystal. So
it's pretty.
I've actually only bought one skein yarn in this thing.
Shopping from Stash can be fun.
It can, and this is in my Hawthorn Cottage craft bag from Kate, and I very much love this bag. Unfortunately, so do my cats, which you can tell if you look at it.
Kate has a podcast. Go look for her.
Yes. So that's my... oh no, I do have another whip.
Mm-hmm. But you're not going to
okay.
knit on it.
I'll be okay. I was like, can I do my whips first? Because I have no other knitting. I wound it from the wrong side. I folded it from the wrong side, rather. Mm. So...
you made a jello roll, did you?
I had a pathetic snowball fight. Incidentally, for anybody who is in my cabin for winter camp ended yesterday.
I was just going to say...
Get your projects posted. So, I actually did this one weeks ago before I added the color into the Find Your Fade, because this is that Beach Bum from Voolenvine. So I had added that weeks ago, and I was like, I have one square, I'm not going to show that. This was my snowball fight. These 2 squares.
So what was the gist of the snowball fight? Because we didn't do that last year.
Knit as many blanket squares in a 72-hour period as you possibly can.
Okay, 72 hours.
In teams of 4.
Okay.
4 people together. I was a rather pathetic contributor this time. And we had one each month. So there was a January snowball fight, a February snowball fight.
And were there prizes for those, or is it just a fun thing?
Yeah, there's prizes for the team. I think it's the team that created the most, produced the most squares. And there was one lady, I think it was in February, who did over 100 squares. And I'm like, really? That's more than my team did put together for all 3.
Wow.
And everybody got kind of discouraged after that. But, some people knit faster than others. And I just didn't have it in me this month. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, it's the snowball fight. It started yesterday. I missed it.
Maybe that's all she knit on. Who knows?
Maybe. That's all no, that's not all I knit on that weekend. I wanted to work on my Find Your Fade, so I worked on that. So this second one is No Maker's House Gnome, and it is Batgirl is the colorway, and I love this combination.
Oh, yeah.
This one, I actually had a little mini skein of this that I had woven up, and I didn't know if you had any in your blanket. If you don't, I have an extra mini for you. This is Julianna's Fibre Lucid Dream in her Luna colorway. It's a variegated, not a stripy. And I thought I had another square of that down here, but this is much brighter than this one. So I don't know if it's the same yarn after all. And they're almost in the same row.
It's got more white. Oh, wait.
It might be.
No, I don't think so. That's more blue. That's more purple.
Yeah. And, I thought that's what this was, but clearly not. But it's close. And this is another one from my Find Your Fade. This is the Lady Purl for Amy. So that's all I've gotten done on the blanket. And
it's huge.
It has not grown much since. I've been neglecting my blanket.
It's not a travel.
It's not a travel project, no. And quite frankly, the amount of time... I've also been running out of stuff to watch. I had been watching TV series, entire TV series. And I finished with Night Court. Quite frankly, Night Court should have finished 2 seasons before it did. Because I love that show, but the last 2 seasons were just bad.
Yeah.
And so I downloaded Bob's Burgers and Big Love. Bob's Burgers is an animated show. It's not for kids. And I think I just watched episode 4 just for having something to watch of season 1. And I just don't like it. I don't find it funny. I just find it stupid.
Bob's Burgers?
Yeah.
No, I didn't go look it up.
I don't like it. And I mean, my kids love it. My kids adore this show. And my son was like, Mom, you're going to love it. And I just don't. And I was watching Big Love, and I got to the point, I was halfway through season 2 when I realized that I was getting anxious before starting the next episode. Like, I would put off starting the next episode because I didn't want to watch it. Because there was just too much drama.
Oh.
Like, too much manufactured drama. People were, like, causing each other problems just for the sake of doing it. And I was just like, this isn't fun. I'm not enjoying this show. I'm not going to watch any more of this. So I was like, okay, so now what? And twiddled my thumbs for a few days.
And then last night you were like, geez, not a lot of podcasts this week.
Yeah, I was like, how come so few people are recording podcasts? Apparently this is a known issue with YouTube. I didn't know about it, but apparently it's a known issue. That when you subscribe to a channel, they won't necessarily, all their new videos will not necessarily come up in your subscription list. When you click on subscriptions and it shows you all the new videos, they won't all come up.
Yes.
So even though I'm getting 50, 60 Stephen Colbert videos a day, I'm not getting my podcasts. I didn't get Hand Me My Knitting this week. I didn't get Shamika's new podcast. I didn't get...
the Hand Me My Knitting and Shamika's came up in an email. Like
yeah, see, I don't get notifications because I hate getting emails. Like, I hate getting emails that are not somebody wanting to talk to me. I hate getting, like, generic emails. So the idea of receiving, 50 or 60 of them a week for all the podcasts I'm subscribed to, just, ugh. But, so I was watching a lot of podcasts, and then, what did I download? Oh, I got into Stranger Things.
Oh, I can't wait till season 2.
I love it so much. It's so 80s.
Very, very 80s.
I love the fact that even the theme is 80s. Yeah. Like, really, really 80s. Yeah. I was like, this is so much nostalgia.
Winona Ryder does a good job.
Yeah, and I really like Matthew Modine in it, too. I was surprised, because I didn't like him when he was younger, but I really like him now.
Mm-hmm. Which actor is that?
That's the chief.
The chief, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a few things with him.
I'm really, really enjoying it. And I blew through the entire series, because season 1 was, 8 episodes? I blew through that in, 2 days.
They tend to do that with new shows, and then the next season will be more, and yeah, we need more.
Well, Longmire is never more than 12 episodes to a season, which drives me bonkers, because I go through them in, a day or two, and then I've got nothing to watch.
Have other series that are, 24 episodes.
Yeah. Well, those are usually shorter, too.
True.
But I watched that, and I downloaded Cracker. It's a British TV show. It was one of my favorites when I was a teenager. It's Robbie Coltrane who plays Hagrid in Harry Potter.
Oh, I think I just saw that on my feed.
Maybe that's my fault. I don't know. One of your friends liked this. No, because I haven't watched it there. But I watched this when I was a teenager, and I loved it. And I downloaded it again. And it's funny because it occurred to me halfway through the first episode that all British cop shows have the same premise. They're all based on one deeply flawed character, which I suppose is what the show, what makes it interesting. But it was let's think back. Morse, Inspector Morse, deeply flawed main character. Blackpool and Broadchurch, but the Blackpool was sort of a spoof of a cop show because it was a musical. It was actually quite funny. David Tennant in a musical. It was hilarious. If you haven't seen Blackpool, watch it. Blackpool and Broadchurch, both David Tennant, both deeply flawed main characters. All the British cop shows. Luther was the same way.
Oh, love that.
Oh, I love that show. I love him. Oh, I could watch him all day. But I really enjoy Cracker, and I was really bummed because season 1 and season 3 came in fine. Season 2, I'm still waiting for it to finish. loading, so I can't continue. I watched all of season 1 in one day. Well, okay, it's a British TV show. There are 3 episodes per series. So British TV shows are especially frustrating because you might wait 3 years for the next series to come out.
Yeah.
But, so that's what I've been watching, and I will confess I did not watch any new podcasts this week. Mainly because all the podcasts I do watch had really long episodes this week. Really, really long episodes.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Well, a lot of it was the deconstruct from UYF.
Yeah.
But a lot of other podcasters also had very, very long episodes. So yeah, I can't knit on blanket squares. All that. Major segue. Not even a segue. That was a complete detour. To say that I need TV shows to knit these because it takes me about 1 episode of a good TV show to knit one of these. So that's why the blanket has not been seeing a lot of love lately.
Yeah. My turn?
Yes, it's your turn now. I'll shut up. I just went on a complete tangent there. That was something else.
So I kind of mono knitted most of the week until last night. So the Falls Church Cowl is on my needles. And this is by, I have it in the show notes because Taiga Hilliard Designs. I'm knitting it out of, remember I changed yarns. I'm knitting it out of a Regia now, which is this dark charcoal gray. And then when you get to this part, you're, what do you call that? When you're switching colors.
Striping?
Well, striping, sure. That's not the word I was looking for. So I'm striping it with the yarns that I dyed up. You know, all the yarns that I dyed up. And then so what you do is it's only supposed to have 6 colors, but I have 10, so I'm gonna keep going. And then you do the colors backwards and you end in the green. So this is
in
all
the green or the gray? Oh, you mean reverse the color stripes. Okay.
Well, yeah, you end in gray.
Yeah.
And then it's like
I just wasn't understanding what you're saying.
So like, I just sounded like an 80s teenager. Look at the pops of color. It's flipping amazing. Like, you know. So this is knit on size 4 millimeters, which is a US 6. And I'm absolutely in love with it. And I'm probably even going to have leftovers to make minis out of. Because they're each 10 grams. Because I split up a skein of yarn that was not worthy to sell. And this is in my Hawthorn Cottage Craft bag by Kate, which is bright green in the middle. In the inside middle. Then I felt really guilty because I had only knit one thing all week, so I decided to pick up my Find Your Fade. I did quite a bit. I was quite proud of myself.
You did that because I said that's all I knit on all week, didn't you?
I did. So where the Matrushka marker is where I was, and I knit all of that, most of it this morning. So this is a Find Your Fade by Andrea Mowry. And the first color on mine is 3 Irish Girls yarns in the Breckon base in the Full of Grace colorway. And the second one is Adorn Sock in the Observation Hill colorway. And it's on 3.75 millimeters, which is a US 5. So I'm right at this part where I'm going to start the lace. So I think that... you lost it. I think it blended pretty well.
Yeah, it did. It was funny because last night when we were at dinner, she had her cowl with her and she says, "This is all I've knit on." And I said, "Yeah, I can't bring my obsession knitting with me anymore because it's too big." And then she was like,
yeah. So I got that done. Yay. And then I picked up the egg to owl pattern that I've been knitting on. Here's the one completed one that I have. And if you remember, you fold this little guy.
Cute.
It folds into itself, so it's an egg. And so I am on. So I put the body is blue on. Oh, sorry, bag. The body is blue on this one. This one, the body's red. So this guy, the body's blue. And then the top's going to be red, and then I'm still going to use yellow for the middle. I want to finish that this weekend so that I can give it to the recipient. So you probably won't see it again.
They're completed, but we'll have a picture.
But that's what it looks like. And it's by Susan B. Anderson. And I'm using acrylic yarn, TLC Essential Solid in yellow and red, and Red Hard Classic in Parakeet, which is this bright, on 3.75 millimeters, and I'm using DPNs.
I just realized the Red Heart is not the red yarn.
Oh, it's not?
No. You said it right, but I just realized that you're using red yarn, but the Red Heart is blue.
Yeah. Parakeet.
I'm easily amused.
And then I'm holding this in my Silver Shed USA bag, which I got in a swap, and I love this bag because it has a center divider and a pocket, and that's where I have all the eyeballs right now. Oh, it's full of eyeballs.
We're classy.
Yeah. And 3 things. That's all I've knit on.
This is where I keep the body parts.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
That just struck me as funny.
Mm-hmm. I need to grab something.
Yes, you
Excuse
do.
me.
Off you go.
I forgot something.
Please don't knock over the monitor and all
Try
that
not
other
to.
stuff while you're grabbing it.
Try not to. Okay.
Carry on.
Shop talk. I'm done. My whips.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Carry on with your shop talk.
Okay. So, shop talk. I am doing as I throw everything around, a collaboration with my friend Leanne, who is the owner of the Owls on Dante's Etsy shop, and I've shown her stitch markers before. She's the one who gave us the Canada stitch markers for the Canada Cowl. And so we've gotten together, and I'm making bags and she's making stitch markers to match. So this is one of the options. And on the inside it's green as well. So this has the project and like a really big skein of yarn.
Like, does it?
Yeah. I am testing the bag because this is the one I want, and Leanne chose the other one. So this is more greens, kind of pretty. And then the other bag is this one.
Such a shock that you picked the green one.
This one here, which...
Although that is really pretty. Very 70s.
It is. And when you think about it, when I put the green on top of this, it looked good. Like,
yeah.
They look good.
Well, it would,
too.
because with those green and blue squares.
Yeah, so she's designing stitch markers to go with these, and these will go in the shop on April 15th. Easter weekend.
So in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and there is only going to be 6 of each.
Hey, Rob's going to be here that weekend.
Mm-hmm. So there'll only be 6 of each. They'll be sold out of my shop. The stitch markers are making their way across the Eastern Canada, coming to me right now. So that's that. So I hope you guys are excited because they're really cute. I love them.
Cheryl, stop posting pictures of hamburgers. You're killing me. She went to this really popular. Well, you said Eastern Canada, and I thought of Cheryl and PEI. Sorry.
That's okay.
She's killing me with these hamburgers.
And then I ordered some charms from the UK. Nicole de Bruin on Etsy. They got here faster, and the shipping was cheaper than if I ordered it in Canada. So I'm trying not to get them to move. There's an owl, there's a rabbit, there's a bird, there's yarn, and there's a flower.
Oh,
and
I thought that was a dolphin.
I will put pictures. I know it's kind of hard to see like this. So that was Stash.
We'll probably stick a picture at the end of the episode.
Yes,
and in the the thread.
Yeah, and the other stash that I got.
We're not on Stash, we're on Shop News.
Oh, so Shop News. Okay, sorry. Go.
We'll get there. All right. Well, since I'm about to
brain
a mid-row, we will do that so I don't lose my spot. I've been a busy girl this week. I drilled holes in like 16, more than 16. About 30 buttons this morning. So I have finally figured out how to make the buttons so you can wash them. And I have 2 sets pre-made that are going up, and the rest is going to be custom orders because I can't gauge how many buttons people are going to need of a certain type. And
that's good, because sometimes I'll go look for buttons and it's like, I need 8 and there's only 6.
Yeah. And I don't want people to have to buy more than they want. So I'm going to make it custom order. I'm going to put, I've taken pictures of all the molds I have available and all the colors. And I can also color match and marble colors and add glitter and do all kinds of different things. So I will, these 2 are going up in the shop this afternoon. And the custom listing is probably going to go up either today or tomorrow. But, yeah, I was really happy with how these turned out.
Yeah, and we'll insert a picture in the show notes.
They're super pretty. Yeah, we'll show a picture of all the crazy ones I made yesterday, because yesterday I was making samples. Today I'm experimenting for a custom order, because somebody wants me to add glitter. I bought glitter that matched the color of the clay. So we're going to see how that works out. And I'll probably post pictures of glitter listings as well, because the glitter ones are going to cost a little bit more, because I have to buy the glitter. But, so these are going to go up this afternoon. Right. And we sold yet another pair of sock blockers.
Wow.
So, no, this was a yarn ball. I think it's a yarn ball that we sold.
Okay.
And, hopefully he didn't forget about that, because I sent him the design and he tested it. But I can't remember if he actually did the thing or not. So I'll call him this afternoon and remind him. Because we do a 3-week turnaround time just in case something happens with the design or we have to rework it or whatever.
It's really good.
So we gave ourselves, because we make them all to order, so we gave ourselves enough time to actually turn it around. Like this set, this takes me 3 days.
Well, because it has to dry.
Because I have to make the buttons, I have to bake them. I have to let them sit for several hours, because if I try to work with them right after they cool, they're still pliable and they can be damaged. So I have to wait till the next day before I can drill the holes. And then I put the glaze on, and then I have to let it dry for at least a day, at least 24 hours. These actually took I think it was closer to 32 hours before they were finally completely dry. And not necessarily that they're not tacky, but that they don't smell any more of the glaze, because they're not fully cured until the smell goes away. So it takes a few days to make these, and it takes Rob a little, because he has to program the design, first of all, and then he has to test the design to make sure it comes out okay on the sock blockers. And then he has to make the thing, and then the packaging for the sock blockers is considerably more involved than anything I'm going to have to do.
I still have my packaging from the sock blockers he sent me.
Yeah. There's a lot of packaging because they're plastic and they're thin, so they can snap. So they have to be protected. So that's why handmade shops have longer turnaround times if you're ordering custom stuff, because it does take us a while to make the stuff. I mean, yeah, it looks like this would take about 2 minutes.
It doesn't.
But even just sometimes you pop it out of the mold and it doesn't look right, so you have to rework the clay and put it back in the mold and pop it out again, because things happen. I mean, these are silicone molds, so they're not hard, and I have to make sure there's no cat hair in it. There's that. I have to wash my hands between colors, because otherwise the colors transfer to the next batch of clay. If I use something sparkly, that will transfer onto everything. So yeah, it's
and I was asking her about gloves, and it's not an option.
I can't, because I can't feel what I'm doing,
and I'm one to talk,
and the clay sticks to the gloves too, so
I don't tend to put gloves on when I'm dyeing yarn, so when I go to work, people are looking at my hands.
Yeah. She dyes yarn, and then she looks like she murdered somebody.
Well, I had like this purpley red up here, and somebody thought it was a bruise. Like I hurt myself, and I'm like, no, bitch, just dye. It's really hard to feel something through the gloves. Yeah. Even yarn.
Even the really, really thin gloves that they use in hospitals and stuff, because that's what I bought, and you can't. No. I mean, if I was working with dangerous chemicals or something, I obviously would, if I was making soap or something, but
I wear them when I dye my hair. That's it.
Yeah.
And even then.
I wore them when I dyed Sky's hair blue and green, or blue and red, and it went right through the gloves. Right through the gloves. My hands were like, it looked awful.
So on to the next subject?
Yes.
The next part?
Tangled Skeins CA, Schwarzcraft. Selma's shop is empty right now, I think.
Yes.
But she's hopefully going to be working
all
on
the links are on our
soon.
Ravelry page where you can find all of us. Everything is linked there.
Yeah. So we had a couple of cows
that closed. I only closed them this morning because I forgot.
Which means we have stuff to give away.
We do.
What do we have to give away, Vanna?
So we're doing the travel by design first.
Yes.
So you would have watched, if you would have watched last week, I think you can touch this.
Yes.
Yes. This is yarn that Selma brought back from DYF.
I'll be Vanna.
It's called Cambridge yarn.
Yes, this is, and I can't pronounce that first word, it's Welsh. Cambrian yarn, Cambrian wool.
Oh, Cambrian, I said
Yes,
Cambridge.
that's close enough. It's in the same general vicinity. And Cambrian Mountains wool is inspired by His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales to help sustain traditional upland farms and communities. And our brand incorporates the Prince's watercolor of something else I can't pronounce because it's in Welsh. So that's the watercolor there. It's on the little, because Prince Charles paints. Who knew?
And then there's this beautiful card that Selma got with a package.
From the Fairy Fort.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you couldn't even see the owl. There he is. He's very pretty. Because there's elements of orange in all three of these things.
And then one of the Selma's bags, Little Creek Design. So these beautiful butterflies with the orange polka dots, but on the inside, that's the inside. And this is her medium size, her 2 skeiner.
Yeah. That'd be excellent for a shawl or a pair of socks or a cowl.
Yeah. So we did the random number generator.
Before we recorded.
And actually we're drawing 2 names for each cowl because we picked names from the chatter thread as we tend to do.
We had 70 finished projects, so it was 71 posts, and we chose between 2 and 71, and we came up with number 46. Go ahead.
Which is Cheryl Pickering.
Cheryl in Pickering.
You have won the grand prize. So please contact Selma, who is Selma Knits, and send her your information, and she's going to be mailing this out to you.
If you ever wonder how to get to our profiles, if you just scroll down to the bottom of the group page, we're all linked as administrators down there.
You just click on our name.
And we also chose the person who chatted the most in the chatter thread to receive a $5 pattern of your choice. And the winner was These Joys.
So These Joys, contact me, Crafty Knitter 7, and I will gift you a pattern that you choose that is $5 or less.
And that goes with the other one, so we'll have to remember to mention that. So then we had the Brown Bag Sock Club.
First quarter is done. 179 finished projects.
That's a lot of socks.
Socks, shawls, gloves, hats. There was everything in there. And so the winner... I want to do that.
Before we get into that, we had originally mentioned in the rules that you had to use 100 grams of sock yarn. My socks barely take 50 grams. So I was like, can we make that a little bit smaller? Because I don't use 100 grams of sock yarn.
Yeah, so going forward, 50 grams.
Yeah, as long as you use at least 50 grams, you're good.
Yeah.
If you're using 20, well...
skirting the rules. So the grand prize winner is going to get this skein of Mint Rain hand-dyed yarn in the Rose Tyler colorway.
It's Doctor Who yarn.
And this is self-striping. And you're also going to get these mushroom stitch markers from Seattle Sky Dye Works.
They're so cute.
And so who's the winner?
So, the winner for that prize was post number 188, who is Joanne DS.
So Joanne DS, contact me, Crafty Knitter 7, with your info, and I'll mail this out to you.
And then we did the chattiest person in the chatter thread again.
Midnight Farm. You were the chattiest person. And you win a $5 pattern or less of your choice.
Technically, you were the chattiest person, but she came in second.
But I can't win. I can't win. So, Midnight Farm, we didn't look at your name. Please PM me, Crafty Knitter 7.
It didn't even occur to me to look.
And let me know what pattern you want. So, congratulations. And on that note, both the FO threads have been opened for the new quarter. Travel the World by Design, we chose Europe, which is There's a plethora of designers I didn't even bother linking. Nope. You can search by country in Ravelry, so...
Oh, yeah, because there are thousands. Yeah. Pick a country. Go nuts.
Yeah. there are so many.
And the Brown Bag Sock Club is open for April to June. So...
Yeah, and the chatter threads, we're not making new ones. Basically, I know what post we ended at. So when we choose the chattiest person for the next 3 months, I know where to start.
Yeah.
So, key. Fun. Of
course, now the people know that they're going to win patterns for chatting. Those threads are going to
Not necessarily. But yes, they might. It's an easy gift for us to give, so.
Yeah, we don't have to pay postage.
Yeah. So, you have stash.
I have stash.
Flash the stash.
I bought something.
You're a bad girl.
I was not. Are you kidding me? I waited. Because Jen bought hers at least a month ago. And I loved it so much. Yeah, it's crinkling because I didn't unwrap it. Because I didn't want to get cat hair all over the one that she sent us to give away. Oh. So Jen bought hers about a month ago, a month and a half.
Jen, who's Jen?
Jen, the Uncreative Crafter.
Thank you.
Podcast. And I loved it so much. And she says, well, she made another one.
Is this the bag you were talking about last week? Okay. I'm probably going to die for it, but hey.
She said she made another one, and I went and looked, and I'm like, but I have no money.
Click. Kind of like Michael's. I had no money. I bought anyways.
No, I didn't buy it then. I waited.
Oh.
And when I got my income tax refund, I went back to her shop to see if it was still there, and the gods smiled upon me. It was still there.
Angels were singing.
They were. Much better than I was.
I have no idea what bag this is, so... She doesn't share this info with me anymore?
No, because then you buy stuff before I get a chance. Oh. I know, right? That's what I bought.
Oh my.
Isn't it gorgeous?
That is so you.
I am a happy camper. I am such a happy camper. It's got a little sun progress keeper on the...
that is
because awesome. It does come off. Whoop, stay. And there's a little pocket on the inside with her store, actually. You hold that. This is from Tanya at Woolridge Designs on Etsy.
That bag is huge. Find Your Fade might fit in there.
It is huge, and that was the point.
You open the bottom part of it?
Yeah, that was the point. I wanted a big bag.
Like, fits on my head.
You can dress her up.
Stockinette zombies? There you go. My inner Megan is coming out.
Selma, please come back.
I was like this morning. My husband is very, very afraid.
Selma will be back next week for the 200th episode. And this is the one to give away. You can't have it. But I think she has another one like that in her shop. That one is for one of you guys.
Oh, and it's got a feather.
Yeah, she always matches the Progress Keeper to the bag.
That is kind of awesome. Wow.
And the insides are plain with the same fabric on the inside for the pocket.
Yeah.
I think mine's a little bit wider.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
This one's a little taller, too.
Yeah. So, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But it's for you guys.
Mm-hmm. And she does...
If Sue doesn't swipe it.
No. I'm pulling this out so I can show people what she does with the zippers. She puts tabs on the end.
So that it can't get stuck or fall through.
And they were stuck inside. And I'll just put them back in. And if you have the tabs on the inside, nothing will fall out.
I guarantee you Sue is going to this shop before I leave here today.
Oh no, Sue's broke.
So pretty. And last night at Michael's, since Sue outed me, we went to Michael's last night.
I have stuff to show for Michael's.
And I bought myself a punch. I've been looking for a punch to... Punch. I think you've had enough of this.
No.
I think you have. It's iced tea.
And I keep making noise.
So I was looking for something, cross-stitch floss bobbins. the little cardboard ones that you just wrap the floss around. I wanted something a little bit bigger that I could do a 5-gram mini on instead of the 3 grams that a regular cross-stitch bobbin holds. So I finally found this punch at Michael's that is bigger than a cross-stitch bobbin, and I can cut a little notch on the top and a little notch on the bottom I can cut out a little divot to hold the fiber. This is just paper that I did last night as a test. And it's perfect. I can write what the yarn is on the tag and then wrap the yarn around it and boom, minis. So I'm very happy, and I had a 50% off coupon, so it really didn't cost me that much. No. So I got this really nifty, and it's one of their store brands. It's the Recollections, not the more expensive punches from Fiskars and Martha Stewart and all them. So that's what I got yesterday.
Cool.
Your turn.
My turn. Stash. Well, the first thing I got was when Lynn walked in. And this was a discussion we had when Ramona was here from Toronto and we had dinner. We were talking about needle cases, and I was supposed to get one and didn't. And she gave me hers. It's a Namaste one.
To be fair, that has been passed around. That was Elizabeth's, and she gave it to me. And I found that I didn't like the open bottom, so...
and so the deal is I will be sewing her own, the design that she gives me to sew with, it's the hanging ones, right?
Yeah. And I have the one that I want.
And my needles are in sort of a case like that, but it's a picture. It's a picture thing, so that will be even better. The other stash that I got... Michael's. It took 3 tries before the lady at Michael's knew exactly what I was talking about, because French translation, I couldn't translate that I wanted needle felting.
What is it called in French?
Okay. It is feutrage. You were right. And so they had these on for half price. Because owls, are they adorable? She's so cute. And then this one I used my 50% coupon on. And I had a penguin. Was it a penguin?
Yeah.
I had a penguin and I had this. And Lynn's like, oh, you got to do the hedgehog. Like, there we go.
Because he's adorable.
So this is just for me to learn. I wanted to try it. And instead of waiting for something to come in the mail from Amazon, I forgot to show the bags for the shop.
You did? Should we go back?
No, like the bags. That's just the kit. No, we'll
I know.
We'll continue.
That's what I thought you meant.
Yeah.
We'll show them at the end.
And then I got this little package. Tiny little package. From somebody that I was like, I don't remember placing an order. I remember discussing back and forth for a good while. So I'm like, Maggie, why did I get a package from you? Because I don't remember ordering it. And she's like, well, one's for you and one's to do what you please with. And then this one comments on Instagram going, no, why no? I didn't know about a surprise. So Maggie contacted her.
I gave her the address.
And gave my address. And so what Maggie sells in her shop, she sells yarn and bags. I'm not sure if she sells bags. So in this little tiny box with her logo, which is Firefly Fiber Arts. She's from Ontario, Canada. And I'm wearing mine, so this is a knitting counter ring. So if I can get it to focus, you see the numbers? Well, this basically it turns, so you can count your rows, and basically you can go all the way up to 99.
And it clicks too, so Sue can drive her husband nuts.
It does click. And I'm not sure what the logo inside is, I think. So it came in a little box. So we're going to do a giveaway with it. I haven't figured out what to do yet for the giveaway. Oh, here's her card. I can actually show you, which you can see much better. So she's on Etsy and she's Twisted Mommy Yarn on Instagram. If that would focus. Nope. It doesn't like me. Come on. There we go. And her name is Maggie Erickson. And there's some soak and some tea. So, and cute little packaging, cute little boxes. So I have to figure out what I want to do for the giveaway for this. And she's quite pleased that we're going to do a giveaway.
I knew, and I never said a word.
Well, I was just like, I didn't order anything from... Wait a minute, that's Maggie. And I forgot to show the bags that are in the shop right now. So I'm going to do that really quickly. I'm going to start off with a couple knot bags that I put back in the shop. So these are the roller derby girls. And this is a regular size knot bag. So you can have a shawl in here. You can do socks. You can knit a hat. You can start a sweater. Blue on the inside with my tag, which is the Tangled Skeins CA. It only says a Tangled Skein, but it's Tangled Skeins CA. And then there was this one. A lot of people seem to like it. It's corn. And it's got brown on the inside. Did I do something? Okay, I'll keep
Tell you later.
Okay, I'll keep going.
Because you all don't want to hear it.
So, and then I put a couple of my football bags. This is my wee knot bag. It's got red on the inside. And then I have 2 black and a blue. So that's the blue and then the black. I made this bag, which has puppies and paw prints, and there's paw prints on the inside. So this is a quite tall bag. And then I have 4 of these in the shop. These are exactly like Lynn's, except there's no interfacing in these. And it's just yellow on the inside.
Irate. Irate.
So there's 4 of those. And then the last 2.
I love the cotton candy sheep.
I know, and I have no more. I have to go back to not Fabricville.
Fabricland?
Fabricland or whatever. Mm. That's where I got it. And I put yellow drawstring that I make myself, and it
it's
matches
Easter
the
bag.
Isn't it cute? And then last but not least is a skull bag. Ta-da.
Not quite sugar skulls. Close.
Not quite. And it's just blue on the inside. That's it. So those are all in the shop right now. That took me a whole weekend of sewing to get them all finished.
You're so damn organized. She has like plastic totes for everything.
Well, this is Peeps No Hair, and I put the yarn that I dyed, and it has no hair. Hey, they're dollar store totes, so that is.
But like, if you could look around the rest of this room, they're everywhere.
My Europe choice for the Travel the World by Design is Melanie Berg, and as I think I showed this last week,
you want to double dip in Big Berg along.
I want to double dip in Sam's knit along, who is Hand Me My Knitting, so I get 2. So I'll really want to finish it because I'll be able to qualify for her prizes.
And that's bulky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the yarn. Oh, it's come apart. This is the yarn I'm going to use.
Oh, he's feeding the dogs.
Yeah.
I was like, what's that noise?
Which is, no idea how to pronounce that.
Let's see. Oh, after. Oh, sheep wool. I have some of that.
And it says it's bulky, but
that doesn't look
bulky to me. Anyway, it'll work. I have 9 balls. So that's going to be, but I can't finish this until my intersection is done, and my intersection is in timeout right now. Because I'm upset with it.
I know, I can't cast on the cardigan because I want to finish this.
Well, there's no sense starting another quarter if I'm still working on the last one.
So my goal is to get to color 7 before we record again next week.
And next week's our 200th episode. We got prizes, maybe more than 1 prize. We're not sure.
We might also have cake.
Who knows? And Selma's supposed to be here to celebrate.
Yes.
So yeah.
Tea, cake. Who knows?
Who knows? So now we have coupon codes. I'm broke, save me money.
So Tracy, who is Tea Plays Nice, has offered us 20% off her pattern Little Steps socks until April 4th. Now that is Tuesday.
Yeah. So
you have until Tuesday to get the Little Steps socks by Tracy, and the code is 2tangled20. The word 2tangled20.
And Tracy also has an Etsy shop. It's Ocean Creations UK. 10% off until the end of April, and it's spelled out 2tangled10.
Woolridge Designs, who is Tanya, not Tracy. And her name is Tanya Woolridge. So I thought that was kind of cute. It's actually named after her, not after the fact that, she makes stuff for knitters. So Woolridge Design has offered us 15% off everything in her shop until August 31st. So that's until the end of summer. Well, just almost. Mm-hmm. And it is the word to Tangled 15.
Annie Purl has also given us a code for 15% off until the end of the year, so December 31st. And it's the number, it's Tangled 15.
Geektastic Fibers, who is our friend Amanda in Germany. Pretty sure it's Amanda.
I think it's Amanda, yeah.
Has offered us 15% off until the end of the year as well. And it's the number 2 Tangled.
Frog Peak Creations has offered us 10% off until the end of the year. And it is the number 2 T 2017, all numbered.
Bags by Awesome Granny has an ongoing 10% coupon code. It doesn't expire, so everything in her shop. Number 2 TS10.
And 6 Munchkin Stitching, 10% off ongoing coupon code, and it's the word to Tangled 10.
Yes, got away with not saying that one again.
I know. I was looking at it going, who's going to get that one? We
are so spoiled. I mean, we've got right now 8 different coupon codes. That's amazing. 9. We have 9.
The 2 ongoing and like 3 till the end of the year.
Yeah.
It gets crazy. You guys
1 till the end of the summer. We're so spoiled.
All these shops are linked in the show notes. Go check them out. Give them some love. Show them your appreciation. They have amazing things.
Yeah, and I know we've both shown bags that we've bought from Annie Purl, but she also dyes yarn. Just saying.
Can't buy yarn. Can't buy yarn. 93 days without buying yarn.
I've bought 1 skein since Rhinebeck.
Well, and I had someone say, was it on Instagram or Facebook? I don't know. Not Facebook. Ravelry saying, well, you're still bringing yarn in. I'm like, but my rule is I'm not.
But we didn't buy it.
Paying for yarn. I am not putting a cent out for yarn. That's my rule. 92 days, and I'm going to the Frolic at the end of April. I'm not buying yarn.
We'll see.
Nope.
We'll see.
Nope. There's a potter there that I want to visit.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. My husband already knows I might bring home another mug.
Pottery's pricey.
Pottery's pricey, and if that's all I'm going to buy... Right?
That's why I do not yet own a Jenny the Potter mug.
Well, I could afford a Jenny the Potter mug if I save money, but can you actually get one?
Yeah, you can usually get one. You just can't get the one.
Yeah.
And you have a better chance of getting a mug from her at Maryland or some of the other festivals. Rhinebeck is madness. It's crazy pants.
People cheat and get in early.
Wow. Yeah, and people will line up. They run as soon as the gate opens to get to her booth.
I just wait till the crowd's gone and see what's left, just to look at it.
Pretty much. She makes really cool stitch markers too. That's all that's in her shop right now. But
buttons. She doesn't update her shop often, but she does.
No, because she does a lot of shows, not just knitting shows. She does pottery shows and craft shows and stuff like that. So she's a busy girl.
So if you're at the Frolic, which is the Knitters Frolic in Toronto at April 29th, I will be there with one of my friends and possibly Selma, we're not sure. And so there might be a podcaster meetup. I think that's about it.
Yeah, because wasn't... I met her a week and a half ago and I've forgotten her name already.
She's the same name as the girl that used
Ramona.
There you go. It's the only way I can get her to remember.
I remember her face now, but I couldn't for the life of me remember her name.
Because we had a Ramona.
And then I thought of horses. Her craft name was Ramona Horse.
Sorry.
Or something.
Fire Horse.
That's it. Sorry. I knew it had something to do with horses. I'm just as bad with names as I am with faces. Mm-hmm. The frustrating thing is if 2 people have names starting with the same letter, I will constantly confuse them. Constantly. So frustrating.
Yeah, so...
Brain just doesn't work properly.
Yeah, we're not announcing any giveaways this week because we just gave stuff away.
We just gave away the store.
And, 200's coming next week, so now the plotting is beginning. Could be 1, could be 2, could be 3. We don't know what we're doing.
There's definitely going to be cake.
Okay.
I have to make a pit stop before I come.
So that's it. We're rambling now, so we will let you go. If you've come back, thanks for sticking with us. The crazy, the not crazy.
How are you the not crazy?
Crazy, the not crazy. Mm-hmm. We're all crazy.
A really big envelope to whack you with.
Can I wear it?
Sure, here. But I'm the one who's crazy.
So, bye.